You're making mistakes with your hair that make you look older. Hair ages the same way skin does. Everybody knows you need to protect your skin from aging, but nobody talks about how to protect your hair. Trust me, I've worked with thousands of clients and I've met many women in their 30s and 40s who have hair that's 20 years older than it should be. But it doesn't have to be that way. So in this video, I'm gonna show you all the mistakes you're making and what you can do to keep your hair looking healthy, young, and beautiful, starting with outdated styling. All right, so even if your hair is healthy and youthful, there's still mistakes that can make it look older. One of the things I teach my stylist is to give younger clients a longer part and older clients a shorter part. Let's take a quick look at Kim here. You can see on the shorter part here, it's more matronly. It says, I have a lot of business experience. You should listen to me.
I feel like everybody always listens to him, so it doesn't matter.
Well, but this longer part here has a completely different vibe to the look. It says, I'm going to the club. Sure hope I don't make any decisions I'll regret later. Same exact person, same exact age, but a different part gives a completely different look. So keep your parts long, not short.
And don't put them in the middle, unless you really want to.
Not using an anti-aging hair routine. With your skin, you're worried about wrinkles, right? Well, the wrinkles of hair care are dryness and thinning. If you don't give your hair the moisture that it needs, it's gonna start to dry out, break off, and thin out, even if you're in your 20s. So it's time to introduce modern hair theory, and specifically what I call an anti-aging product routine. The key to getting better hair isn't to buy more crappy products, it's to use fewer high quality products. Because the more products that you use,
The more that end up under your sink.
True. But also, the heavier your hair is gonna be, which is gonna cause you to wash more often and strip moisture from your hair, making it look dried out and old. Enter your new anti-aging routine. You're gonna switch out those teeny bopper products that you bought at Target and replace them with just a few professional products that do 100 times more for your hair. This is based on hair commandment number 1, less is more. By using the least amount of products possible, you enter a world where you're going at least 3 days between washes, or hopefully more. That way, instead of stripping your hair of moisture, you're giving it the time that it needs to recover between washes. And if you heat style on those same wash days, like you should, your hair has time to recover. Over the course of months, it's a massive difference in the amount of wear and tear you have on your hair, so it doesn't get those wrinkles of dryness and thinning. The only question is, what exactly does an anti-aging hair care routine look like? Your hair has 3 basic needs. You need to protect your roots, your mids, and your ends. Shampoo cleanses your roots here and gives you a healthy scalp. Leave-in conditioner seals and protects your mids, and hair oil forms a barrier around your ends. This is my Trendy routine. You can see the whole thing here, but this is the fewest amount of products you can use to keep your hair healthy, hydrated, and youthful. Once you get into creams and gels and all that stuff, it tends to be too much and make your hair look worse instead of better. My secret anti-breakage set. Here's something that'll make even 20-year-old hair seem younger. One of my clients, let's call her Georgette, is in her late 20s. And she came in one day kind of freaked out.
What's going on, Georgie?
She's like, my hair's never looked like this before. I don't know what's wrong with it. It's thinner and I have all this breakage. Looks like you do have some breakage. Have you been doing anything differently? She goes, no, I'm doing all the same stuff that I've always done. So I started explaining to her that she has to take better care of her hair as she gets older. When you're 8, you can do whatever you want to do and your hair is going to be amazing. You may have noticed if you look at old pictures of kids and like those bowl cuts, their hair is always super, super healthy without a crazy routine.
Maybe it's the bowl.
Ma, where's the bowl?
It's next to the meatloaf.
But usually somewhere in your 20s, you have to start taking better care of your hair by replacing old bad habits with new good ones.
Those 20s, they'll get you.
So I told her you need the anti-breakage set. Basically, you replace 3 hair care items that you've been using since you were a kid with the adult version that won't break and thin out your hair. The first thing I had to replace was her comb. These things are inflexible and should never be run through the length of your hair because they'll rip it right out when they catch a tangle. Instead, we replaced it with a brush with flexible bristles. It detangles 100 times better and flexes instead of ripping through those knots to stop breakage. The next thing we looked at was her hair tie. I said, Georgette, take out that hair tie so we can see which kind you got. She took it out, and as she passed it to me, it was completely covered in broken hair.
Ooh.
These are bad because they catch your hair and leave dents in your hair. So I told her that we're gonna get her some new ones that are Invisibobbles. These make less contact with your hair because they're spirals, which helps with breakage and dents in your ponytail. The third and final thing we needed to replace was normal towels for hair drying with microfiber towels. Microfiber towels are much smoother. They don't cause the same friction with your hair. They don't catch any hairs. They don't cause any breakage like normal cotton towels do. A few months later, Georgette comes back in and she's like, oh my gosh, I had no idea how much of a difference replacing those things would make. I'm getting so much less breakage now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And she's absolutely right. It does make a huge difference. So I'll put links to those products in the description so you can prevent the breakage happening to your hair.
Would you call that an anti-breakage set?
Yes.
To the anti-breakage set?
Yes, get the set. Exceeding the sun limit. The sun is powerful enough to wreck your skin, but we forget it's also strong enough to wreck your hair. If you've ever seen someone go to the beach and come back with lighter hair, that is literally the sun breaking down the color molecules inside their hair. That's how strong the sun is. But it doesn't stop there. It also breaks down the naturally healthy oils inside your hair, which causes dryness. And on top of that, it weakens the actual proteins that are holding your hair together, which makes it brittle and even drier, and it gets this weathered, aged look. So there are hair sunscreen products, but they're terrible. They make your hair look so heavy and gross, you don't want anybody else seeing it. And just like regular sunscreen, it only works for a little bit before you have to put even more on, making your hair even more gross.
Did your mom used to make you do that? Like get out of the pool, like to reapply?
Oh my God.
It was so annoying.
I was barely allowed in the sun. So don't be a grossy. Your best option is actually a sun hat that prevents your hair from getting direct sunlight. If you're ever near the equator or on a vacation or something like that, I'd try not to go longer than 15 minutes with the sun hitting your hair because it will add up over the course of your vacation.
And the hat's super cute.
Make sure you got a bag. I need 10 different beach bags. Believing shampoo and conditioner lies. Last month, I had a client come in, let's call her Bernadette, and she's telling me about her favorite vacation ever. She's like, let me show you these pictures from my trip to China. And as she's scrolling back through her old pictures to find them, she was like, wow, my hair used to look so much better back then. And I was like, are you sure it doesn't just look better because you put a filter on it? She's like, no, this was before filters existed. And then it got kind of awkward. But I explained to her that it's totally normal for someone, no matter what their age, to have their hair start to get a dry, older look to it when they don't keep it moisturized. She's like, oh, okay, so I can just like switch to a moisturizing shampoo and conditioner, right? And then whenever I need it, I'll just throw in a heat protectant.
No, Bernie, that's not how you do it.
No, Bernie. I said, no, Bernie, you'll run your hair straight into the ground and make it look older than Methuselah with a routine like that. Because moisturizing shampoo is code for coarse hair shampoo. And you don't have coarse hair, so it will be terrible for you. And second, you've probably noticed the conditioner does not prevent your hair from drying out. Everyone with dry hair out there is already using conditioner. If you went around to people with dry hair like, hey, have you thought about maybe trying out a conditioner? Do you really think they'd be like, oh, what's conditioner? I've never thought of that. No, they'd be like, calm down, Bernadine. I've been using conditioner since I was like 5, okay? Dry hair is missing a completely different piece of the puzzle, which is moisture retention. All conditioner does is put moisture in your hair temporarily. Leave-in conditioner is what locks that moisture in so it stays there permanently. One without the other does absolutely nothing. You need them both unless you want a bunch of Bernadines coming up and saying, hey, have you considered using conditioner? That combo is how you keep your hair moisturized and looking young and healthy. Dangerous hair trends. There's one thing in the hair industry that ruins more hair than anything else, and that is the current trend. You may have noticed that I never do videos on current trends. And the reason for that is they're usually really silly and only look good on the celebrity that you saw it on. Trying to copy what all the 18-year-olds are doing on TikTok is a bad strategy. It's kind of like that old man, you know, who wears skinny jeans and Jordans and a starter jacket.
I feel so good for him though. Like, get it.
Yeah, you don't look old and lonely at all. Before I met Leslie, we had the bangs trend and we had the lightening trend.
I feel attacked because I did bangs, I did lighten my hair, and I did lightened haired bangs.
You did it together? There are entire YouTube channels based on people trying and failing to copy the current trend. So if you're still middle parting just because everybody else seems like they are, stop it. Do what works for you and your taste. Don't go walking your hair off a cliff just because everybody else is.
Oh my gosh, I feel like you're my mom.
Not knowing your options. As we age, hair starts to thin. That's totally natural and nothing to worry about. But if you're like my mom, and most women are, you need to have a plan for where your hair starts to thin out and you're like, I wish my hair looked like it did back when I was 20. I never like to exaggerate and tell you to do things that don't work, but these 100,000% work and look natural to the point where I was shocked when I first saw them. There are these things called hair toppers, and if your roots are thinning, you put this topper over your normal hair and they look absolutely amazing. It may seem like, whoa, Chris is really selling this, but I'm not even mentioning a brand or anywhere of where to get it. Just talk to your stylist, see if it's a good option for you, because the women that I've seen go this route have been extremely happy and they look like a brand new person. The only thing is, toppers are made for the top of your hair, so they're not great if you want more fullness and thickness in your mids and ends. If you're looking for that, beaded extensions and hand-tied extensions are amazing for this, but whatever you do, stay away from tape ends because they will rip out especially thin hair to make it thinner and thinner every time you put them in.
And then you're in this vicious cycle because when you want to take them out, you have no hair left.
It ain't coming back.
So you have to put them back in.
So when the time comes and the natural hair just isn't doing it for you anymore, I would definitely think about these options to keep your hair looking almost like it did in your 20s. Not knowing your hormones. All right, let's talk about hair growth for a second. Estrogen and progesterone play a key role in hair growth. When you're young, you have plenty of both of those hormones, so your hair grows in really, really nicely. But you need a plan when menopause comes because those hormones that grow your hair are going to start to disappear, and that really affects the look and quality of your hair. The quality of your hair starts to go down and it starts growing more slowly. Because of that, the hair on your head stays around way longer since it doesn't grow out as fast, and so does any breakage or damage that happens to that hair. Enter your doctor. There's a thing called hormone replacement therapy where they try to get your hormones back to healthy levels. It does way more than just improve your hair. It can make your mood, sleep, and energy levels all better.
What else does it improve?
So when that time comes for you, I would definitely look into this and talk to your doctor. If you need help matching new products to your hair type to keep it young and beautiful, check out my recommended product list. It has a hair type quiz and walks you through everything. It's in the description of this video. Have a good one.